1. I understand the material. 2. I grasp the concept. 3. I comprehend the subject. 4. I recognize the importance. 5. I acknowledge the facts. 6. I appreciate the details. 7. I remember the information. 8. I have learned the topic. 9. I can explain the theory. 10. I am aware of the principles. 11. I have studied the content. 12. I can summarize the chapter. 13. I have reviewed the notes. 14. I understand the assignment. 15. I can articulate the ideas. 16. I have mastered the skills. 17. I know the requirements. 18. I can discuss the issues. 19. I have absorbed the lessons. 20. I am familiar with the guidelines. 21. I recognize the challenges. 22. I can identify the key points. 23. I have internalized the concepts. 24. I understand the objectives. 25. I can analyze the data. 26. I have practiced the exercises. 27. I know the definitions. 28. I can apply the knowledge. 29. I have memorized the formulas. 30. I understand the implications. 31. I can evaluate the arguments. 32. I have grasped the nuances. 33. I know the terminology. 34. I can interpret the results. 35. I have reflected on the lessons. 36. I understand the context. 37. I can differentiate the theories. 38. I have engaged with the material. 39. I know the historical background. 40. I can connect the ideas. 41. I have synthesized the information. 42. I understand the significance. 43. I can predict the outcomes. 44. I have explored the possibilities. 45. I know the case studies. 46. I can relate the concepts. 47. I have examined the evidence. 48. I understand the framework. 49. I can construct the arguments. 50. I have articulated my thoughts. 51. I know the key figures. 52. I can navigate the challenges. 53. I have analyzed the trends. 54. I understand the methodologies. 55. I can clarify the misconceptions. 56. I have evaluated the sources. 57. I know the ethical considerations. 58. I can discuss the implications. 59. I have critiqued the perspectives. 60. I understand the theories. 61. I can outline the processes. 62. I have identified the patterns. 63. I know the best practices. 64. I can assess the risks. 65. I have recognized the limitations. 66. I understand the dynamics. 67. I can articulate the solutions. 68. I have engaged in discussions. 69. I know the relevant laws. 70. I can summarize the findings. 71. I have researched the topics. 72. I understand the applications. 73. I can evaluate the effectiveness. 74. I have compared the options. 75. I know the historical context. 76. I can analyze the implications. 77. I have reflected on my learning. 78. I understand the challenges. 79. I can identify the solutions. 80. I have practiced the techniques. 81. I know the relevant theories. 82. I can discuss the methodologies. 83. I have explored the literature. 84. I understand the frameworks. 85. I can articulate my conclusions. 86. I have synthesized the research. 87. I know the key concepts. 88. I can evaluate the arguments. 89. I have examined the case studies. 90. I understand the principles. 91. I can summarize the arguments. 92. I have engaged with the theories. 93. I know the relevant statistics. 94. I can interpret the data. 95. I have analyzed the findings. 96. I understand the implications. 97. I can discuss the outcomes. 98. I have reflected on the evidence. 99. I know the key issues. 100. I can articulate my insights. 101. I have studied the theories. 102. I understand the context. 103. I can evaluate the perspectives. 104. I have recognized the trends. 105. I know the relevant concepts. 106. I can summarize the research. 107. I have engaged with the material. 108. I understand the challenges. 109. I can identify the key points. 110. I have practiced the skills. 111. I know the historical significance. 112. I can analyze the arguments. 113. I have reflected on my understanding. 114. I understand the methodologies. 115. I can articulate my thoughts. 116. I have synthesized the information. 117. I know the relevant theories. 118. I can evaluate the effectiveness. 119. I have examined the evidence. 120. I understand the implications. 121. I can discuss the findings. 122. I have researched the topics. 123. I know the key figures. 124. I can summarize the conclusions. 125. I have engaged in discussions. 126. I understand the principles. 127. I can articulate my insights. 128. I have analyzed the data. 129. I know the relevant laws. 130. I can evaluate the arguments. 131. I have reflected on the lessons. 132. I understand the context. 133. I can identify the solutions. 134. I have practiced the techniques. 135. I know the key concepts. 136. I can discuss the methodologies. 137. I have explored the literature. 138. I understand the frameworks. 139. I can articulate my conclusions. 140. I have synthesized the research. 141. I know the key issues. 142. I can evaluate the perspectives. 143. I have recognized the trends. 144. I understand the dynamics. 145. I can summarize the findings. 146. I have engaged with the theories. 147. I know the relevant statistics. 148. I can interpret the data. 149. I have analyzed the findings. 150. I understand the implications. 151. I can discuss the outcomes. 152. I have reflected on the evidence. 153. I know the key points. 154. I can articulate my insights. 155. I have studied the theories. 156. I understand the context. 157. I can evaluate the perspectives. 158. I have recognized the trends. 159. I know the relevant concepts. 160. I can summarize the research. 161. I have engaged with the material. 162. I understand the challenges. 163. I can identify the key points. 164. I have practiced the skills. 165. I know the historical significance. 166. I can analyze the arguments. 167. I have reflected on my understanding. 168. I understand the methodologies. 169. I can articulate my thoughts. 170. I have synthesized the information. 171. I know the relevant theories. 172. I can evaluate the effectiveness. 173. I have examined the evidence. 174. I understand the implications. 175. I can discuss the findings. 176. I have researched the topics. 177. I know the key figures. 178. I can summarize the conclusions. 179. I have engaged in discussions. 180. I understand the principles. 181. I can articulate my insights. 182. I have analyzed the data. 183. I know the relevant laws. 184. I can evaluate the arguments. 185. I have reflected on the lessons. 186. I understand the context. 187. I can identify the solutions. 188. I have practiced the techniques. 189. I know the key concepts. 190. I can discuss the methodologies. 191. I have explored the literature. 192. I understand the frameworks. 193. I can articulate my conclusions. 194. I have synthesized the research. 195. I know the key issues. 196. I can evaluate the perspectives. 197. I have recognized the trends. 198. I understand the dynamics. 199. I can summarize the findings. 200. I have engaged with the theories.